evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Preparing a speech is not so easy, especially for someone like me who's normally overthinking. So the moment I found out that I need to deliver my icebreaker on the 9th, I started to think of my life journey, my 35 years of journey. Then I started to segregate all the good things, bad things, and those journeys or episodes that I thought would be interesting to share with all of you. At first, I drafted a script about my school background and how I ended up taking hotel management study in Bandung. But as I went through that script, I noticed that it's so boring. I mean, who wants to hear about someone else's educational background, unless it's an interview, right? So I scratched that idea. Then I thought of sharing my story about how I spent my past 13 years living in Dubai and the reason why I went there. But as I went through the script, I could not summarize it to less than 6 minutes, because with all the dramas that happened in my life on those years, I could probably make a Bollywood movie like 3 hours long, and we don't have time for that. So I scratched again that idea. And next, I was thinking to telling you a story about my recent scenario about this pandemic, where my career got affected by this pandemic, and I decided to return to Indonesia. That sounds interesting in the beginning, but then I remember that Toastmaster Ricky had delivered the similar speech on his icebreaker last time. I don't know if you remember. So then I thought maybe people will start comparing his speech to mine, and then I don't know if I could do better than his or him. So again, I scratched that idea. It was so frustrating because for 5 days, I could only do the same exercise of drafting my script and thinking how people would react. And every time I drafted something, there will be so many what ifs that follows. What if they don't like it? What if they won't pay attention? What if it's too boring? I kept on thinking until it became overthinking. And this overthinking blocked me from finishing my task. I couldn't even finish the whole script, let alone practice it. I spent more time worrying about what you may think of my speech that I actually created too many negative thoughts that made me insane. Not literally insane, but yeah, I got tired at the end. So after 5 days, I decided to take a moment to rest. I reset my mind and kept myself sane. At that time, I realized that the whole point of this icebreaker is actually to tell about me, myself, my life journey. So whatever stories I have, I first have to own it. I should not worry much about what other people think, because they may or may not remember what I said after this meeting. I should just pick one topic from the beginning and start practicing it. So then I took back my notes, and luckily enough, as I look back to my notes, I noticed that this too could be my icebreaker. All these scratches from top to the bottom of my notes have created a story. So I decided to stick to this topic on how I prepare my icebreaker. I finished my whole script and started practicing. And I believe I managed to make this under 6 minutes. Am I right? So lesson learned. The next time I have to deliver another speech, I know what I have to do. I will get over the overthinking, that's for sure. I will choose one topic and one topic only and stick to it. Same goes for you, actually. Whenever you're planning to do something or you're in the middle of anything at all, do not overthink. Just start and you'll know what you have to do. Trust me. I think that's all from me. Back to Tom.
Yay! Congratulations on your first official speech in Toastmasters, Toastmaster Densha. Can you please unmute your microphone, Toastmaster Densha?
Yes.
How are you feeling right now?
Relief, but I was what you call a little bit nervous in the beginning.
But you did it, Toastmaster Densha. Congratulations. Again,
Thank you.
for everyone, please use the chat box to give your personal feedback to Toastmaster Densha. Did you listen to the speech of Toastmaster Densha?
Of course.
Can I check first? Where did Toastmaster Densha study hotel management? Anyone?
Dubai.
Bandung. Bandung.
Bandung.
Good.
I hear
In
Dubai.
Bandung. Wow.
Oh, Dubai is the another part. Sorry.
Yes. Now, Shauki, you know, we have to improve our listening skills as well here in Toastmasters. Thank you for that.
Thank you, mentor.
While you are doing giving the personal feedback to Toastmaster Densha, we will proceed to our second speaker today. She is Toastmaster Bianca, and she will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Chayani. Let me call now DTM Chayani. Yay! Toastmaster Chayani. There. Distinguished Toastmaster Chayani, it's your turn to introduce our next speaker. Okay. Oh. Right. Okay. For Toastmasters, especially the speaker, audible? Am I audible? Yes, Toastmaster Chayani.
But a bit breaking.
Okay. My apology because my connection is poor, but the connection is getting better now. So fellow Toastmasters, especially the speaker, my name is Chayani, and I'm going to be the first individual evaluator. And the project is the first speech in evaluation and feedback project. It's in the pathway level 1. So in this speech, basically, the speaker is going to deliver a speech, can be humorous, can be informational, and my aim is simply just to review on what positive aspects that she has, and she will be able to implement easily in her next speeches. And I think that's it. So without further ado, please help me welcome the first prepared speaker. Hold on, I'm checking. Okay. Yeah. Please help me welcome the speaker, Toastmaster Dentia. Sorry. So I suppose
Toastmaster Bianca.
Mbak. I think, yeah, my apology. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Bianca.
Hi.
Hi Bianca. And
Hola.
she's going to deliver the speech, the first speech in the evaluation and feedback project, and the title will be, I hate my job, but blank blank blank, Toastmaster Bianca.
Hi, we meet again, my fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I write a speech about my work today. It's an icebreaker one for level 1, project 2A. Let's get it. First of all, I feel the need to state a disclaimer because 90% of what I'm about to say is personal opinion coming from personal experience. Perhaps I had a little bit of my research here and there. Most of them are from our takeaways from books or our articles, but that's not what the main point is. So I work in usual 9-to-5 jobs in the industry that already passed its glory days. It's, as far as I know, still exists as one of the sexiest industries until now, but yeah, not like it used to. I'm not here to complain about the industry or my workplace, despite the fact that I've dealt with unpleasant things more times than I like to remember. I just felt a lot of stress lately with my work. It's without I'm releasing it, going on for a couple of months already. It's like I made mistakes, another made mistakes. I did stupid things, another did stupid things. I got yelled every day from my boss, from vendors asking for outstanding payments, or even for few colleagues that sometimes doesn't really get the situation right. And then they got confused and then blame their frustration on someone else. In this case, it's me. Sorry guys. Suddenly I realized that every Sunday I need to overcome a feeling of dread, and I know it wasn't because I had too much going on in my work, because there's always too much going on at my work from the start. You know, the feeling when you really wish for some particular situation to actually happen, or maybe trying so hard to make something happen, but you know you can't, and don't know when will it be. The feeling when you had too little power to change the situation, no matter what you report, you can't find a solution. Yeah, it's pretty desperate. And then one day I read in an article that my friend gave me that stress is not about how much you have on your plate, like how much pressure you need to be right now. No, it's not like that. It's about how much control you have over the outcome. And actually, because of that, my brain is starting to mess up. Like I constantly overlooking or dismissing what seems to be crucial information. Like it's crucial information, right? Like you better pay attention to it. It's very obvious. Like it's right in front of your nose, and yet you either overlook it or you dismiss it. How stupid is that? Actually, there are 7 factors or situation that leads into us doing something stupid. I just read it in an article. It's not logical, it's psychological. It said, I read it before, when it comes to overloading our cognitive brain, the 7 factors or situations are: 1, being outside of your circle of competence or outside of your normal environment. 2 is stress. 3, it's being rushed or dealing with urgent matter. 4, fixation of an outcome. 5, information overload. 6, being in a group where social cohesion comes into play. And last is being in the presence of an authority. That is 7 factors that make us do something stupid in particular situation. And the next sentence is, any of this acting alone are powerful enough, but together they dramatically increase the odds that you are unaware that you've been cognitively compromised. So, multitasking can lead into information overload. And then I work directly under the supervision of the company director and chairman. So I handle urgent matters like 80% of the time while being rushed. And while you are working directly under someone with such an authority, you are expected to, how do I say, excel at or at least inform about many things that beyond your capacity or field of expertise. And you clearly have no control over what will happen most of the time. So all of the 7 factors are present, and I might need a therapist in the long run in order to keep me sane. So yeah, I hate my job, but my boss kept pushing me with new challenging tasks. So that means I'm good at it. And I hate my job, but I couldn't say no to the trail of the good crisis. Yeah, I do love to suffer a bit. Totally. But I realize here, in any professions, any profession requires a strong love for the work that you're doing. And if your heart is not in it, you can only go so far. And then you will determine where your true passions lie. This may require some exploring, and it's okay because we still aspire to grow and we need a lot of things to learn from. So what I'm trying to say is, nothing is as good or as bad as it seems. I believe that. Everyone plays the game differently, so you need to define your game anyway. But keep in mind when making your decisions that your current preference may change in the future. So, in general, I'm pretty secure with my company benefits, even though I feel somewhat unsatisfied because I want more autonomy or maybe less supervision in my work. And I really want the environment where I can put more creativity into my work. Plus, being an introvert within this capitalist system pretty sucks. So, all things considered, in this unsettling time of COVID-19 crisis, we know that the economic conditions may not be really favorable for those who attempt to taking on a major risk right now, when at the same time, many are being forced out of the jobs. That's what they say. But what is life without risk? Okay, that's all from me tonight.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bianca. Let's give her a round of applause. It is actually so strong. The message is so strong that I starting to reflect on, do I love my job? Oh, by the way, my co-teacher is here. I love my job. You know that, you know that, Miss Grace. I love my job. Of course, it gives me a lot of, you know.
Your job.
I love my job and there's no bot in it. So thank you for that one, Toastmaster Bianca. So for everyone, reminder, can you please give your personal feedback to Toastmaster Bianca? Hey, great job. Now let's have the timers report. Toastmaster Gusti, are all the speakers eligible to be voted?
Okay, Tom, unfortunately, only Toastmaster Dentia is qualified.
Oh, but congratulations, Toastmaster Dentia, because you are you were able to beat the time. Yes. Now, so let's proceed to. So we will not have our casting of ballots. Okay, there. I'm looking for my. Okay. So please do not forget to use the word of the day, sane. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. So now we are so fortunate that we will be having our educational speech. Yeah, there. She was my evaluator for my L1 P2 beach speech, and I can still remember her cheeseburger evaluation for me. Her edu speech today will be around 15 minutes, and I encourage everyone to drop your questions in the chat box. We will be having question and answer right after her speech. So for our edu speech speaker is distinguished Toastmaster Atma Devita. She is a distinguished Toastmaster, and she has been a Toastmaster since 2011. She served previously as an area director and Division B director. Wow, big time. She currently works as a program manager at the UK mission at ASEAN. It is my great pleasure to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Atma Devita.
Thank you so much, Melanie. Am I audible for everyone?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I think I will need to pin down the timer on my screen since it's maybe hard for me to keep up with the time, but yeah, just let's get started from now. Okay, so I was asked to deliver a presentation related to this condition. So the theme, it's about mental health, and I would like to share about keeping up with COVID-19 changes. So, but this is a disclaimer. I'm not working as a mental health professional, so I can't say so many things about like mental health problems, and also how, what are like the technicalities, like what are the symptoms, and also what to do when you meet someone with like mental disorders or anything related. But I think what I can share with you is from my personal perspective, and also from the stories I've heard about my colleagues. So in the office, in the UK Mission to ASEAN, and in British Embassy Jakarta in general, I am in the welfare team. And one of the job, besides what I do as a program officer day by day, is to keep up with the colleagues. It means to checking up with colleagues and see their condition. And it's not only their physical condition, but also it's their mental health conditions. So I'm keeping myself up to date, and also I'm keeping my ears open and my heart open for what my colleagues told me. So, and this COVID-19 changes, I think it's not only affect me personally, but it also affects everyone's around me at the office, everyone's around me, my family, my friends, and also it affects you. So probably like you can see to World Economic Forum, and you can see that this, you know, circles, and you can see that every aspects in this world are affected by COVID-19. So I think COVID-19 is a change, but when we talk about change, the world is changing already before COVID-19. So like we already have Zoom, we already have internet, we already have Gojek and everything. We already have the technology. But I think COVID-19 impacts not only like a place, but it impacts everyone in the world. And it's a sudden and massive change. So the world is changing, but sometimes it's changing like months by months, years by years. But COVID-19, it changes everything like in weeks, days, and also months. So I think it changes everyone, it impacts everyone, and it's a sudden and massive change. So I think in terms of changing, it's when we react to change, it's it's normal for us to feel confused, to feel panic, to feel any anxiety. So it's definitely normal. So how does COVID-19 affect you? For me personally, COVID-19 affects me because I can't come to the office. I have to work from home fully, and I have to adjust my working condition, and I have to deal with like problems at home, no internet connection, you know, suddenly get cut off when you want to say important things in an important meeting. You know, it's definitely enraging, it's stressful, but I have to deal with it. So that's how it affects me personally. Probably you can also share in the chat box, how does COVID-19 affect you? So I want to create a dialogue here. And then, how does COVID-19 affect you mentally? The previous speaker, the first speaker, Densia, is a very good example. I'm so sorry that I'm taking your personal story as an example here, but I think it's, you know, COVID-19 affects everyone. Some people lose their job. Some people have to work from home. Some people like have to adjust their work life and family life. And, you know, it affects everyone differently. And how does COVID-19 affect you mentally? Are you more stressful? Are you feeling happy because you have to work from home? But are you feeling sad because like a part of me is feeling sad because I can't see some of my friends at the office. And it actually makes me feel lonely. It also makes me feel lonely because I can't see you in person. Because if this is an offline meeting, I think it will be much more cheerful. So it's definitely affect me mentally. I feel loneliness. So it's not only affecting me physically, it also affects me mentally. So another way it affects me is when you have to see this on a daily basis. So you see the news and you see that COVID-19 changes, the number keeps changing, you know, seeing the numbers have actually can drive you to anxiety or makes you lose your sanity sometimes because the numbers are keep rising. And also, you know, the encouragement to maintain physical at distancing sometimes makes some people feel so lonely. And also the test price and everything, the price rising due to COVID-19, it's not only the swab test price that is rising, but sometimes, you know, your grocery is also rising. That's definitely stressful, right? So this is, I think these numbers definitely affects me. Maybe it also affects you. So how does it affect me? Seeing not only the numbers, your working condition and everything around you changes. First of all, what I see and what I found is adjustment disorders. It's really hard for me to adjust my working condition and also everything because I usually move around. I go from my room, like my kos-kosan around like 6, and then I return around like 9 p.m. In the evening. So adjustment disorders is when I have to stay at home the whole day and I can only like see people around me. I cannot see my friends. I cannot see my colleagues. So it's definitely a massive adjustment disorders for me, from someone who moves around every day into someone who just be in one place. So it's definitely quite stressful. And also anxiety. I feel this anxiety when I have to see the numbers. When I know that COVID-19, it actually comes closer to me day by day. I feel this anxiety. Burnout. When I have to work from home, sometimes I don't feel like working. Because when I was in the office, I know that I start working at this time. I have to stop working at this time. But when I work from home, the times feels like it doesn't change, and I don't realize that I got like this burnout. I feel too tired physically and emotionally because I work from home and I work longer than I supposed to work. I also feel stressed, like, you know, seeing the conditions and everything, and, you know, stress, burnout, loneliness, it can drives you into depression. So that's some of the way COVID-19 actually impact on our well-being. But how to respond? So this is some of the way that I found to respond to this and also to keep myself being sane in, you know, getting through these conditions. First of all, I have to accept that change is inevitable. Previous COVID and also after COVID, and I have to probably accept that after this event, the world will not be the same. Probably we will still have Zoom meeting in the office. We will still have Zoom meeting on Toastmasters after COVID-19. And I have to accept the fact that I can't change the world. I cannot make any adjustment in the world. I am no one. Because like to make a change in the world, it has to be everyone that moves. You can't change the world alone, and I can't change everyone. So I have to be able to accept that change is inevitable, and what I can do is to change my thinking and change my behavior and adapt to this condition. So that's what I do. I'm accepting that change is inevitable, that this condition cannot be solved in one day. Probably like next year, we will have some of this condition, some of this stress will still follow us. But, you know, accepting is a part of, you know, letting go, and also a part of a way to move forward when you accept the condition. And the next is acknowledge your feeling. It's normal to feel sad, stressed, confused, or angry during a crisis, especially in this time like this. And you have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge the feeling in yourself. What does this condition makes you feel? For me, it makes me feel sad, of course. It makes me feel stressed. Sometimes I definitely feel confused. I don't know what to do. Regulation change day by day, week by week. And I have to keep myself up, even though I feel sad and I feel confused every day. I feel scared, you know, saying what the news actually says about COVID-19, how it affects your body. It definitely kills everyone in every age. Yeah, but I have to acknowledge that I'm feeling this. And I have to acknowledge also that other people are feeling the same. So it's not only me, it's everyone. And it's normal since it's felt by everyone. So you have to accept that your feeling is normal. And then when you can accept this condition and also accept what you're feeling, what I do is to adapt and adjust. Maintain some of my routine and keep finding new routines. So previously, I have this routine of workout in the office 3 times a week. And since I work from home, I try to maintain this. One of the way to maintain my sanity that keep me being sane is to do the workout, because I know without working out, I might gain some weight. I keep the unhealthy habit that I want to change. So I try to maintain the routine. But 1 month, 2 months, workout at home feels quite boring. So it's not only maintaining the routine, but also keep finding new routines. Because when you change in one day, like it's definitely a shock, not only for you mentally, but also for you physically. So maintain some of the routines. For example, like your body is adjusting to the workout, and then you keep the rhythm of the workout, but you also keep finding new routines. For example, what I do is now running 3 times a week. And how do I do the running differently is by keep finding new routes. So I maintain my routine, but I keep find a way to make it less boring. So I keep finding new route every month, and now like I run in different places. I circle the field differently, and also I try to maintain other kinds of workout, not only running but also jump rope and everything. So keep your routine and keep finding new routines. Toastmasters is also one of the way, because like previously I have this like 1 week Toastmasters meeting at my schedule. And that's also one of those routines that I try to, maintain, because, seeing my friends and attend Toastmasters meeting, it's also one of the way that keeps my sanity. So that's one of my way to adapt and also to adjust. And then maintain positive attitude. I try to be flexible, because sometimes, even though like it's work from home, sometimes I also need to come to the office. I'm trying to be flexible, even though I'm afraid, but I recognize that some conditions cannot be changed. So when I need to come, I do have to come. Be understanding. I have to understand that some people probably like feel anxious, stressful, and they react differently. By acknowledging and also knowing that I feel that kind of emotion, I think I can understand why people suddenly change lately, because they feel this emotion, they feel this anxiety. And I think being able to understand my feeling can help me empathize with what they're feeling, and it's helped me maintaining the positive attitude myself. So I'm being flexible, I'm being understanding of myself, not only myself, but also others. And I think being thankful for what you still have here and now. I know that I cannot change this condition. What I can do is to accept this condition and be thankful. Be thankful that even though I cannot meet my friends and also seeing all of you in an offline situation in person, but I can still be thankful that I can see all of your faces in this meeting virtually, and it's enough for now. I think that's also one of the way to maintain positive attitude. And then find support. You can call your friends, definitely yes. Friendly support is always a very good way. And also delivering a speech like these 2 speakers do today, I think is a very encouraging act. So they are very brave in sharing, you know, their concern, their personal situation to all of you. So they are being vulnerable and also open. And I definitely, you know, encourage that kind of things. Find support. It's not only, you know, between friends, but also in this kind of situation, you can also use your speech as a way to, you know, seek help and also seek support. Because when you share your problems with some people, I think some people who are quite friendly enough, they can definitely give you some support. So I think Densha and also Bianca are definitely doing a very great job today because they're being vulnerable, they're being open, and also they try to find the support themselves by sharing their condition to all of you, sharing their concerns, sharing their, you know, stressful situations, and also maintain the positive attitude by themselves. So you're definitely a star. And it's okay to seek professional help if you definitely need it. So for example, if you're in a very stressful condition, neither of you or your friend nor your friends can actually support you in that condition, it's okay to come and seek professional support. That's actually a very last advice, but the most, you know, I think one of the most useful one, because sometimes people just don't realize that they need to seek professional help. They cannot, you know, they cannot contain the emotions themselves, and their friends cannot take this emotion seriously. And at that moment, I think instead of leading yourself into, you know, the hole of depression, what you need to do is to climb up and seek professional support. So it's definitely okay not to be okay, and it's definitely okay to acknowledge it and seek for help. So I think the last piece of advice from me is, I really like this quote from Chris Hadfield. So he's an astronaut, and he's definitely defined attitude, not only like in space flight, but also in your life. So there are lots of things in a flight when into the unknown, where you cannot control everything. But what you can do is to control your attitude during the journey. So what you can do now, instead of, you know, instead of letting yourself into depression, into negative emotions, is to control what you can control. It is your attitude, and it what can keeps you sane, steady, and stable. And when you can monitor and correct it necessary, I think you can still reach your goal no matter what happened, whether COVID ends or not. So I think that's all. If you have any question, I will be trying to answer it.
Hello, everyone. The floor is now open for your questions. Is there anyone who wants to ask questions to distinguished Toastmaster Atma?
I want to ask question.
Yes.
Okay, a question. Okay. Toastmaster Atma, distinguished Toastmaster Atma.
Yes.
Thank you for your speech. It was really enlightening. And it's great for you to acknowledge that everyone can deal with some situation that they feel inconvenient during this pandemic time. So my question to you is, are you using the public transport?
Yeah.
If you are, so I would like to know how you cope with the fear of getting infected with the COVID in the public transport.
Okay.
What
so that's
do you implement? What method you apply? And how you convince yourself that you are going to be okay?
a very technical question. So I think several months ago, I still use commuter line. I think it was around like April or May. And then lately, also around August, I still use commuter line. And how do I convince myself? First of all, I need to recognize the timing. So I know that I have to accept the condition, but I also need to try, I really like the words ora e labora, praying, but also keep trying, keep working. So I keep praying that I will get the protection from this disease, but I also try to keep myself safe as possible by, first of all, by trying to understand the timing. I know that when the timing is definitely, when commuter line is very tight, even though it's, during PSBB or not, and try to understand like when the timing is less tight, and then try to make adjustment. If I can go to the office around like 10 a.m., even when it's less crowded, why should I go around like 7 when it's very crowded? So what I do next is try to adjust my schedule around that time so I can use commuter line the safest way possible for me. And definitely, maintain like the physical distance. When it's less crowded, I can maintain the physical distance. I can try to keep my hands off of everything. So that's also one of the way to protect myself, and also use the mask as tight as possible. So it's definitely simple precaution. But I think what you can do now, instead of, praying for the conditions to change, is to praying that you will be protected, in my opinion, and also try to do everything as safe as possible. Sometimes the safest way possible is still go to your office, no matter what, still use the public transportation, but just be aware of your condition, of yourself. And if you're definitely not feeling well, you're not immune right now because you're not feeling great, just don't go. Don't go anywhere. Don't go even to do your groceries. Any other question?
Toastmaster at DTM Atma, there's a question from Toastmaster Dewey.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just read it.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
How to manage ourselves seeing our target has to be cancelled owing to our uncertainty and it's beyond our control. How to adjust our mindset in coping with such difficult situation, or to keep being optimistic but realistic at the same time?
Well, okay, so you have this target, and because COVID-19, it changes everything. I think everyone feels the same. It's not only you, it's also me. I have to change everything at my work, my KPI and everything. I have to, give up the conditions that I might not perform to the 100% because COVID-19 changed the way I work and also changed the target in my office. So how to manage this? I think, first of all, it's still the same. Recognize that I can't change. I can't change my target because like COVID-19 changed everything and I cannot change it back to the way I want. Okay, so it's recognizing the conditions first. And how I cope with this is, trying to find new target that I can do in a short term. So I know that I cannot do like, I'm working as a program officer, so I have, from the beginning of the year, I have to prepare for next year. And sometimes from this middle of the year, I have to prepare for 2021. So it's definitely like a look forward and also lots of planning involved. And when COVID-19 hits, on March, I have to change everything. It's definitely very stressful, but I definitely know that it's beyond my control. What I can control now is how I minimize my target. So I definitely cannot reach my target this year, but I still have, some small targets during these changes that I can do and I can reach. So instead of seeing your big goals, because it's changing now, I think one of the way to keep yourself sane is setting up some big goals. It doesn't have to be in month, but it can be, because it's changing. So you have to do it day by day. So for example, I was so afraid previously, I cannot go around because COVID-19 changed everything. I feel afraid to use public transport. And I think one of the day when I feel it's quite okay and I can conquer the fear, and I go to the train, to the commuter line, and then like I found a way that after going out of the commuter line several days after that, I still feel okay. It means that I am safe and I can use it. It's actually a big win for me. I'm conquering my fear of public transport at that day. So instead of seeing your big goals that you cannot see right now because it's up there on the sky and it's clouded by dark clouds, you can see the ground from now, and you can, you know, make your own stairs. Try to reach up as high as possible day by day. It helps you stay focused. It helps you stay positive, and it can, you know, it can make you wins every day. So I think that's how I'm trying to keep my sanity during this pandemic.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster DTM Atma. I love finding short-term goals. So, and thank you for that metaphor of making stairs towards your goal. So we still have one more question from Toastmaster Galvin. Toastmaster Galvin, would you like to ask it?
Okay, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. So, distinguished Toastmaster Atma, thank you for the speech. It was so inspiring. It was so relatable to all of us now. And I would like to ask you, so in addition, you mentioned some ways that we can alleviate our current situation by keep being connected with our friends, right? With people outside of our home. But then again, in addition to trying to keep being connected with our friends, is there any adjustment that we can do in our own house so basically adjustment that we can do to our environment at our house that we can do so that the environment will be mentally healthier for us?
Oh, okay. That's also quite a technical question. So probably some of you already know Marie Kondo, you know, the self-help guru that can helps you, arranging everything. So I really like her tips. So I try to follow that kind of tips, you know, arrange my house and everything. And because, you know, working from home situation, I am sometimes, you know, feeling stuck in my room and I don't know what to do. I think it's definitely, it depends to anyone. If you feel boring, what you can do to your room, probably you can, you know, redecorate. If you have, you know, extra time where you don't have Toastmasters meeting, when you don't have other kinds of meeting and everything, and you just found yourself staring up the walls and seeing like, I want some change in front of me right now, you know, you just have to, first of all, clean everything up. That's what I do. And the second, I'll make some small adjustment. Like I change my clocks, and also like I'm taking out some clothes that I don't use right now and put it in a box. And I'm cleaning up those books that I rarely read. So I think that's also quite, you know, one of those ways that keeps me sane. And also I figure out that some of my friends, including my manager, they are actually ordering new things, including new beds and also new chairs. That's also the technical things that can definitely help you with working from home, with having lots of online meeting, 10 online meeting in a day. Sit in a very comfortable chair that you can find or you can buy right now. And, you know, since we are spending our time at our room, so let's try to maintain and increase the quality of our sleep. If your bed not really, you know, great, and you have extra money to do that, and you know everyone is now a part of kaum rebahan, why don't you try to make it a little bit better, or buy a new bed if it's possible. So I think that's some of the tips that I figure out from people surround me. They do cleaning, they change everything, they have new plants, they have new pets. That's also one of those ways. And also they have new bed and they have new chairs. So probably you can try that also. I think that's all. Back to Tom.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Atma, for your educational speech. It's very insightful. Do you agree? Right, so let's give her a round of applause. Yay. So I will now call our president from SCBD, Toastmaster Galvin, to present the certificate of appreciation to Distinguished Toastmaster Atma.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. And thank you very much for the educational speech, Distinguished Toastmaster Atma. It was, well, it was very relatable. It was very useful for all of us that a lot of us are currently working from home. So and maybe some of us also suffer some kind of mental, I don't know, I cannot say mental breakdown, but deteriorating mental health. That's maybe the thing that we have to take care of. And thank you for the educational speech. I would like to give you a little bit of appreciation from both of SCBD Toastmaster and Huntsman's Indonesia Toastmaster Club. I would like to share my screen. Yeah, so this is a little appreciation from us, from SCBD Toastmasters and Huntsman Indonesia Toastmaster Club. A certificate of appreciation for Distinguished Toastmaster Atma Dewita in recognition of an outstanding delivery of the educational speech titled Keeping Up with COVID Changes. Thank you very much for the educational speech, Distinguished Toastmaster Atma Dewita. And
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will share this certificate right after this meeting. And before we continue with our meeting, I think now we have to hold our most awaited event, yeah, which is photo session. Who will do the photo session? Usually
Toastmaster Andika.
Toastmaster Andika, please lead the.
Turn on your camera, guys, please. We're gonna have a photo session, so don't be afraid.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to turn on your cameras.
Because we have 150 participants minus something here. So, but I think I managed to have it in one go. Okay, so we're gonna strike two poses. The first one is up to you, and the second one is also up to you. All right. So the first pose, give me your best pose ever. First take. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, please. All right. Hang in there. Hang in there. Are you treat dry? Okay. One more time. The second pose. 1, 2, 3. All right, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Andika, for the help. And thank you, again, Distinguished Toastmaster Atma, for the educational speech. Thank you for redirecting our minds right now, because especially that we are in the midst of pandemic. So now, inhale, exhale. It's actually for me, not for you. No, but yes, inhale, exhale. And we are now in our much awaiting event, the highlight, one of the highlights of the meeting, which is the table topic session. Who's excited of the table topic session? Me, but I am a TOM, so I cannot participate. Yeah. So we are encouraging everyone, all the participants, Toastmaster members, non-Toastmaster members, or what you call this, please join our table topics session.
Prioritize guests.
By Toastmaster Uyun.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Melanie. Let me share the screen. Oh yeah. So I'm sorry if my voice is breaking up later. So please let me know if my voice is not clearly audible. Is it showing now?
Yes, it is.
All right. All right. Let me start this. Oh yeah, so I would like to give a credit to Toastmaster Garda, because the TTM is supposed to be Toastmaster Garda, but he cannot join today, so I replace him. So the hard work here is made by Toastmaster Garda. Wait, let me see. Sorry, wait.
The first one is Toastmaster Elios, or
I'm
the
here.
or the one that writes Toastmaster Elios, which is guess where.
All right. right.
Hey, he said he wanted to go first. That's why I made the list.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it
So Toastmaster Elias. Toastmaster Elias.
the voice is
No, Toastmaster
is
Uyun, we
it
cannot hear it. So you have
oh
to
is
click.
it now
No, I think.
audible? The
No,
sound?
it's not. It's
Maybe
not
you
audible.
have to
I think you have
is
to
it
share
showing
sound,
now?
yeah.
How
It
to
is
share sound?
No.
at the top. Then
The
there's
top?
computer sound. Share computer sound.
No, there is no that one. The sound is not sharing. Okay, so it's only the slide, yeah.
Yes, it is. Only the slide.
Turn on your speaker, maybe.
I can listen to you, Yun. I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can.
The music, the music background.
No,
Is
there's
it?
none. Sorry.
No. All right.
Only your
No
voice.
music background.
Set the volume high. In 3, 2.
2, 1.
Sorry. The voice
Yay!
is not shared. So actually, there is a sound of Toastmaster Garda being a pilot of this flight.
Oh.
So we will go to 5 continents. So this, yeah, have a pleasant table topic session. And we will go to 5 continents. And each of you need to, if you are interested in joining the table topic, so please choose one of these. So let me see.
It's already having the list Toastmaster Uyun.
Yes.
Oh yeah, wait.
I chose Indo.
The chat. Oh wow, okay, thank you very much. I couldn't say this. Okay, so Emperor Elias, so where do you want to go?
Elias.
I'm ready, Indonesia. Indo.
Indo, all right. So it's Brazil. So your question is, what life has taught you recently? What life has taught you recently, Toastmaster Elias?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, let me count to start my TT. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, back again with me, Elias. Well, if you say what life taught me recently, I wouldn't say that it just recently. Life taught me from the beginning until the end. But I do know when it is the end. Well, if you say, Theo, you are insane. No, I'm Shin. And yes, I'm Ilios. Yeah, that's correct. Not only I'm not insane, I'm sane and I'm Ilios. Yeah, that's what life taught me recently. I need to know who is myself. Who am I? Because yes, you know, COVID outbreak here. There are new wave. There will be new, well, you don't know. Maybe new wave order or new world order will come after this, or the another conspiracy will come. Will be invented by Fire Nation? We don't know what will happen after this. So yes, life will never tell us what will happen recently, but they will know. They will give you valuable lesson. You should stay sane, stay healthy, and also remember to stay being you. Yeah, somebody try to become the other. They want to role model another person. They want to be the other guy on the screen, like on Instagram, for example. You are following a celebgram. You want to be that girl. You want to be that beautiful guy or handsome guy there. Oh man, come on, wake up, boys and girls. Stay sane, because yes, life taught you very hard. If you don't get this, maybe you are not waking up. So first step to do is waking up now. Back to you, DTM.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Elias, that we have to stay sane and wake up, yeah, from reality. And I would like to call upon guest Vira to Wait, let me share screen again. To pick,
Hello.
where do you want to go? Oh,
I want to
all
go
right.
to the Big Ben.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, B. All right. What makes you smile and feel grateful? What makes you smile and feel grateful? Guess, Vira.
Wait, before I speak, I want to ask, does anybody can hear the song?
No. Yes. Metal, right?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Okay. So, yeah. What makes me smile and feel grateful? Well, let me tell you something. When I'm sad, when I'm pissed off, basically when I'm in a really bad mood, aside from talking to my friends or doing jujitsu like choking people, I love listening to music. And one of my favorite band is called Tool. They have a song called Parabola. And the reason why I love it because, well, because of this particular lyric.
What is that?
Anybody can hear that song? Well, for some of you who can't listen, let me sing it. This body holding me, be my reminder here that I am not alone in this body holding me, feeling eternal, this pain is an illusion. Well, I'm not as great as the original singer, but yeah, that lyric keeps me sane when every time I have a really bad day or I have a bad mental breakdown. Especially in this year, 2020 basically can kiss my behind. Screw you, COVID-19. Yeah, but still, when I'm really angry, I just listening to this Tool, all right? This band, Tool. I love it so much. It's a really good song. So every time I listen to it, I have to remember that this is the time to be alive and breathing. Even though, yeah, COVID-19 blocks us in, doing lots of stuff, outdoor activities, giving hugs to people, but still, we have to be calm, stay calm, and stay sane. That's all from me. Back to you, DTM.
Thank you very much, Guest Vira. What a nice song. All right, so I would like to call upon Guest Grace to choose where do you want to go tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, nope. Sorry.
Maybe
Okay,
Borobudur.
okay, wow, you love Indonesia. And okay, sanity, it seems quite an easy word, but actually hard to live by. How would you keep yourself in sanity regardless of the situation you may face? How would you keep yourself in sanity regardless of the situation you may face? Guess Grace.
Okay. So, for the past like 3 months, I think I keep my sanity by, you know, talking to my siblings and like telling them my problems and asking them about their problems and how was their day or something. Because if we keep talking to someone, I think it can keep our mind sane. And also I also try to listen to some new music and also like watching some inspiring videos on YouTube because that is so helpful for you know, some people who learn by audio and visual like me. Personally, I really like to watch a video a lot and maybe um you know, like praying or something, like, you know, making ourselves being closer to God. And also, yeah, but the main point is I just keep talking to to my family members at home, and sometimes we do video calling when they are outside home, and also sometimes the suggestions or the call from friends also help us, and also Netflix. And also Netflix, yeah, it really keeps our mind sane to watch something or to talk to someone about everything. So yeah, that's how I keep my mind sane in every situation. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for sharing several ways how you cope with this situation. So I would like to call upon guest Westry. Westry? Yeah. So where do you want to go tonight?
Maybe I would like to go to Hans.
Hans. So it's wait, is it Niagara? Yes. So your question is, are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? Guess, Westry, time is yours.
So thank you for the opportunity given. I'm Westry, and for the question, maybe I will share my worrying moment because I should go to a country because I should continue my study abroad, but because of the pandemic, I should do it online. And I think as the theme for tonight is okay not to be okay, and then I think for me, I'm worrying to do things right because in this unprecedented time, I should like keep my mind sane. But I think it's hard because I still find it hard because I started to compare what if the condition is not like this, something like that. So I think for doing things right, I'm more worrying about that because before doing the things right, we should also have a basic knowledge about how to doing things right. I mean, doing things right itself is hard because many factors can affecting you as much as how the condition is going, especially for this pandemic. So, but one thing that I still trying to do so is to like grateful for everything that I did, even though I didn't doing the things right. I'm still in life. So what I can do is to change what I can change, like distinguished Toastmaster Atma said before. So yeah, I think that's all for me, even though I'm worrying most about what doing things right. But I think even though I didn't do things right, I think it's still okay because we're just human being, and all of things that we can do is to accept ourselves and to maybe recognize when we're not okay, then it's totally okay. But yeah, keep moving on. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guest Westry, for sharing. Yeah, it's okay to not be okay. Thank you for mentioning that. And I would like to call upon guest Raki. So where do you want to go to? Wait, okay. So where do you want to go today?
Mesir.
Okay, D. So your question is, if you had the opportunity to get a message across to a large group of people, what would your message be? If you had the opportunity to get a message across to a large group of people, what would your message be? Guess, Raki.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you for all of you guys who come to tonight meeting. The meeting was amazing for me, and I am as the newcomers here, so really appreciate for all of you guys here, and the message be maybe we are as a human should be live in a peace world without war, without any anarchy, and then we are as a human should be caring each other, and also helping each other, because we are all human is a social creature from God to make good things in this world. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. Such a heartwarming message. Yeah, that we have to be caring to each other. And I would like to call Toastmaster. Let me scroll. Okay, Toastmaster Christy. So,
yes,
where do you want to go tonight? Indo, Hans, B, C, D are already taken. Man, all right. So your question is, what do we all have in common besides our genes that makes us human? Oh, what do we all have in common beside our genes that makes us human? Time is yours, Toastmaster Christy.
As a human, I think all of us ever felt failures. Because what? Because all of us still learn. So if we get failure, never stuck in that situation, but we have to move on. We have to learn from our failure, so in the next time we can grow up, and we can change the situation. I have an example about it. When I in my university, when I still learn in my campus, I ever failure with one subject, and at the time I have to got remedial because of that situation. But I never give up with that subject. I try in the next term, and when I try in the next term, beside I got the best result, I also learn new things with that subject. So I think even though I got failure at that time, but I got so many new knowledge about that subject. So until now, I learned that our failures is our best teacher. So never give up with anything, but we have to move on to change our situation and our result. That's all from me. Over to you, Toastmaster Uyun.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Christy. So I guess I would like to call upon our last speaker for this table topic, and I would like to call Distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf. So Distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf, which country do you want to go tonight? We only have S. Oh, wait. Yeah, S and Nasia.
Nasia.
Nasia, okay. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Why are you you? Why are you you? Distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf.
I am here to help the young people to grow, especially in public speaking. That's why I joined any Toastmasters club, just to raise them up, to give them the chance to share all my knowledge about how to be a better speaker. That's why I'm here. I was born in this world just to help the people, because I believe that by helping people, we are doing a good deed. And God wants us to do that, want to share the love you have, want to share the knowledge you have with all those people. Because if you share whatever you have, you will not become poorer. You will become more rich, become richer and richer. Every time you share your knowledge, just like Atma shared the knowledge, she will become better. Why? Because she has to prepare, she has to read, she has to rehearse, and she has to speak in front of the public. And I believe that that makes her richer, makes her knowledge better. And so am I. When I come to any Toastmaster, I try to join anything. Table topics. Yes, I love table topics. I joined Toastmasters since 2007. And since that time, I joined the contest. And then now I can share what I have got during the contest. What can I do when I have to answer the table topic things? Because table topic is a mini speech. So I have to start with introduction, body, and conclusion. So ladies and gentlemen, here I am. If you ask me who am I was born to help the people in the world to be peaceful. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you very much for sharing, distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf. I would like to say sorry to guest Veronica, Toastmaster Rizky, guest Ristika, and guest Chita. So sorry that we couldn't give you time to deliver your table topics, but hopefully next time we can give you. All right, thank you very much for all the table topic speeches today. In one sentence, as the theme of the day, it's okay to not be okay, that our future will be bright as our smile today. Thank you. Back to you, Tom, maybe to get the timer report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uyun, for leading our table topic session. So let's give her a round of applause. So may I now call Toastmaster Gusti for the timers report. Are all the table topic speakers eligible to be voted?
Yeah, all the speakers are qualified.
And Toastmaster Yugraha, do we have the link now?
Yes, we'll share you just a moment. Wait. Okay, I will share the link within the chat. Now, yep.
Okay, so there, please choose the best table topic speaker tonight and exercise your right to vote. So while you are doing that, we will now
responsibility.
We will now proceeding to the meatiest and the lifeblood of the Toastmaster meeting, which is the evaluation session. And the evaluation session will be led by the general evaluator. May I have Toastmaster Sefi to lead the session?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. So we go the next session for the evaluator. So the first is please welcome our evaluator, the distinguished Toastmaster Cahyani, to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Dentia. Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Cahyani, please, time is yours. Thank you.
Toastmaster Sefi, it's Toastmaster Andika.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, I messed up. Sorry, once again, I reply. Sorry. So please welcome Toastmaster Andika to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Denita. Okay, Toastmaster Andika, time is yours.
Thank you, G. A speech belongs half to the speaker and half to the listener. My fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests, that is a quote from Michel de Montaigne, a French philosopher. Why did I bring that quote up? Because that's what exactly Toastmaster Dentia did. So there are three things that I found as strong points from Toastmaster Dentia's speech. First, Toastmaster Dentia, you took us along to the journey you sailed in writing your speech. You were talking about the boring storyline that you had developed, about the scratching ideas, and also how you worried about the comparison of your speech with other Toastmasters. So you really keep us engaged. So the second strong point that you have, you opened up yourself to the audience through your story. We know that several years of life journey, and we know where you studied, and we know how you spent your career through in not so normal way, but we could still understand it. And being open to your audience really make you relate to the audience. And the third one, what I like is that you have a structure which is very easy to understand. You have three main messages. First, we shouldn't worry about what are the things. And then you came back to the purpose when you wanted to do something. And the last one is the most important point. It's like, do not overthink, because overthinking will keep you insane. So those are the three things that I like from your speech: the openness, keeping your audience engaged, and also a good structure. If I may offer you a suggestion, it would be better if you can use a pause technique to leverage your speech, especially in making your points. For example, well, I've been writing about my life journey, but do you know, I think it's gonna be boring. So you see the pause there, I think it will help you to make your point even stronger. So that will be the area of improvement that I can offer you, so you can implement it in your next future speech. And once again, congratulations for overcoming your fear, overcoming your nervousness, and delivering your first speech ever. Thank you, Toastmaster Dentia. Back to you, G.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ernita, for your good advice to Toastmaster Dentia. So we next to go to the next evaluator. So distinguished Toastmaster Cahyani, please give the evaluator by speech given by Toastmaster Bianca. Toastmaster Cahyani, time is yours.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, especially Toastmaster Bianca. Congratulations for delivering your second speech in the Pathway project. So my task today is very simple. That is only to identify the positive aspects that you have and to provide some improvements that you can easily apply in your speech. And this is very easy because in my opinion, I think I've seen plenty of positive aspects that you already have in your speech delivery. So firstly, you contacted me as your evaluator earlier today to share the evaluation form enthusiastically to let me know on what to evaluate. So I acknowledge that Toastmaster Bianca is really enthusiastic to deliver the speech and she is well prepared. And the eye contact, so I think Toastmaster Bianca's eye contact displays her level of confidence. She was able to maintain the eye contact with the camera for the speech duration of 5 to 7 minutes. And the thirdly is about the comfort level. She is definitely comfortable with the audience because she easily shared the real situation that Toastmaster Bianca has experienced at the office, the challenges, what she felt, what she has felt, and what she doesn't like. And the speech is original and sincere. So basically, she's telling us on what she dealt with in the office and what she does to maintain her sanity. So I think for the preparation from your side is adequate. So I think I can only offer you one suggestion that you will be able to implement in your next speeches. That is how to maintain the audience's interest for 5 to 7 minutes of speech delivery. So I think I can offer you a few tips only. So firstly, about the clarity, because your English is already great, so you tend to speak fast. So my suggestion is for you to reduce the pace so that the spoken language can be easily understood by the audience, especially by me. And about the vocal variety, not only that you need to reduce the speed, but also you need to play with the tone, just to instill more enthusiasm, because you were enthusiastic already to deliver your speech. But I think it will be more lively if you can add more power in your speech, for example, and highlights in some areas or some points. For example, like in any profession, it requires a strong love of the thing that you are doing. Otherwise, you cannot go anywhere. So you need to also add on some gestures just to highlight. And lastly, you need to offer the audience what's in it for them. So they will be able to maintain their interest until the end of the speech. So you already shared your feelings, but perhaps you can offer them. So at the end of the speech, you will be able to maintain your sanity in your office despite of your workloads. So overall, that was a really good speech. Only 3 aspects that you need to improve in your next speech, in my opinion. That's the clarity, vocal variety, and to offer what's in it for the audience to get. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cahyani, for your great advice to Toastmaster Bianca. So, timer, is it?
Yeah, all the evaluators.
Yeah, sorry.
Qualified.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, okay, it's qualified, right? Yeah, sorry. So you can choose the best evaluator today for Toastmaster Nugra.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Also.
Yes, Toastmaster Andika, and then the distinguished Toastmaster Shangani, right? And send to maybe Toastmaster Nugra, you want to share the link for the choice?
Just share the link to through the chat again, guys. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So here we go for the next. We will hear for the grammarians. So Toastmaster Gita, who is listening for good news our language as well as point for our improvement. So please give me your report, Toastmaster Gita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sefi, for giving the time to let me report the grammatical error. So, first thing is about pronunciations. I heard someone say to listen to the speakers. Normally, listen pronounce with silent T, so it should be listen. And then someone said COVID-19 make anxiety. If we refer to the dictionary, it should be anxiety with Z, not S. We said anxious, but we pronounce anxiety. And someone said someone had delivered a speech. It should be had delivered. And another make mistake should be make another mistake. Someone said there is 7 factors. Should be there are, because more than one. And then I heard that someone say your current situation may changing in the future. It should be may change. Someone said COVID-19 is a change. Maybe it's better if we can say COVID-19 makes the world changes. And then about verb after subjects. Someone said, I not insane. It should be I am not insane. I just listening. Should be I am just listening. And all of us is still should be still learning. And then about article, someone said life will give you valuable lesson. Should be a valuable lesson. And I love listening to music. Should be I love listening to the music. And then the last thing is someone said I got failure. Maybe it's better if we say I met a failure instead of I got failure. Those are some corrections that I could report. Thank you very much. I'll give the control back to our GE.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Rita, for your great report. So, next we have our word today is sane. So, our word master is Toastmaster Shauki, has been tracking our news of the word. So, please, Toastmaster Shauki, give the report from your place.
Hello, hello, testing. Can anybody hear my voice? Yes? No? Yes? Okay, yes. Yes, you guys are all laughing. Rather than become sane, I become insane. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be reporting your counter and also your word of the day. So basically, for prepare speeches, we have Toastmaster Dantia and Toastmaster Bianca. I would happily to say that both of them did not say the word of the day, which is sane, which is quite sad, but it's okay. For Toastmaster Dantia, you have 2 which is very good for your first speech, so congratulations on that. For Toastmaster Bianca, you have 7 but don't worry, there's room for improvement. For table topics, we have Toastmaster Elios. Toastmaster Elios, you have 1 and 2 word of the day. For guest Wira, you have 1 1 word of the day. For guest Grace, you have 4 and 1 word of the day. For guest Westry, you have 2 and 1 word of the day. For Toastmaster Raki, you have 10 and 1 word of the day. For Toastmaster Christy, you have 5 and no word of the day. For DTM Yusuf Chandra, you have 0 but also you have 0 word of the day, so very sorry about that. For the evaluators, we have Toastmaster Andika. Toastmaster Andika, no you have 2 word of the day. For distinguished Toastmaster Chahyani, you have 0 and 2 word of the day. So I think that's all for my report. So back to you, GE, and I'm gonna go back to my flying saucer.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Shauki, for the great report. So now I have a few comments for the meeting today. As a GA, I think the meeting is really start on time, 7 o'clock, and then we have a lot of good insight here from our speaker and then our education speech about the sharing experience and have a great interaction during a meeting. And then the best part, we have a lot of participants. Is 46 participate today, so it's amazing. Wow, congratulations for the team. And then once again, thank you, my fellow Toastmaster and guests today. It's my pleasure to see you tonight. So I think that's all from me. Back to you, Tom.
Yay! Thank you, GA and the team for the evaluation. Yes, yay. Sorry, long pause there. So we have come to the end of our meeting, and you will not be evaluating the last part of this of the meeting. Sorry, GE and the team. So even though I put a lot of long pauses here, it's okay. So
one long pauses.
One long pause. It is okay to not be okay. I believe Toastmasters Club meeting is a safe place to talk and share our experience through speeches, like how songwriters express themselves through their songs, or even the poets share their emotions through metaphors in their poems. It is okay to not be okay. More than anything else, we have to embrace what we feel. For whatever they are valid. And it's fine if you are not okay to say that you are okay. Accepting what we feel is the first step of healing. So let go of those tears, stop holding that laughter, break free from what is holding you back. Who knows how far you'll go once you've got out all of those chains. So thank you for attending SCBD Toastmasters and Huntsman Indonesia joint meeting. So now I will give the control to our ballot counter, Toastmaster Nugraha, to show us or to give us the Hall of Fame. Woo!
Thank you, Toastmasters of meeting, Melanie. Guys, so we are reaching the most awaited moment of maybe for tonight's meeting. So guys, this is the moment of truth. This is the moment that you are waiting for. Actually, for some of you, this might be the only reason why you join this meeting. So here it is. Let me share my screen. Wait. I need to. Okay. Yeah. Is it visible to you, to all of you?
Yes, it is.
Just the first slide, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one, the best prepared speaker goes to TM Dentia, right?
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Champion.
The best prepared speaker. And the next one, and this is quite close. The score is quite close. There are 7 speakers. All of those are delivering also the great speech as well. So got the best table topic speaker for tonight. TM Yusuf. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Sorry, I'm just doing the screenshot based on your speech. And the last but not least, the best evaluator for tonight, also very close. The score is very close to each other. So we got the best evaluator for tonight is Tia Mandika. Yes. So congratulations for the one who got the best score for tonight. Back to you, Tom, Melanie.
Yes, it's back to me, and I will give it now to Toastmaster Galvin, the president of SCBD Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie and Toastmaster Nugraha, for the report. And congratulations for all of the winners of tonight's Hall of Fame, which are Toastmaster Dentia, Distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf Chandra, and Toastmaster Andika. Great speeches that you have done tonight in our meeting. Congratulations. And before I close the meeting, I would like to ask some opinions from our, especially from our first-time guests. I would like to ask Veronica. Hi, Veronica. Can you please unmute? Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Veronica.
Hi.
Yeah, so can you please share your opinion about our meeting tonight?
Yeah, I think it's a great meeting. It's been a long time I don't attend Toastmaster meeting online and offline. And yeah, I feel the Toastmaster spirit again. and I think I will be back to Toastmasters. But I don't know to which club. I'm still looking for club to register myself. Thank you.
Press.
Oh, thank you, To. So, were you a member of Toastmaster Club? In some clubs?
Actually, I'm ex-innovators, but it's been 3 years I don't involve in Toastmasters.
Oh, Innovator, Jakarta Innovator was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jakarta Innovators Toastmaster Club. Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I think there are a lot of visiting Toastmasters here as well. So maybe some of them can also share some of their meeting invitation, so that you can also join other clubs as well. Okay, and thank you former Toastmaster Veronica, and maybe soon to be Toastmaster again, Veronica.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to call soon to be Toastmaster Archita Hanjani. Hi, soon to be Toastmaster Archita.
Hi Toastmaster Galvin and all. It's such an honor and it's very exciting in this kind of environment, meeting all of you from different maybe jobs, and thank you for the speech, and it really lift my spirits up listening to you all. And I would love to be part of this Toastmaster. Thank you so much.
Where is our membership? Where's our membership, guys? Yeah, I think we have Toastmaster Danang here. Toastmaster Danang, you heard that? You heard that?
Code one.
Thank you. So to be Toastmaster Archita for sharing your opinion. And I think I would like to call the last but not least, I think I would like to call maybe distinguished Toastmaster Chandra Yusuf.
Yes.
The distinguished Toastmaster Chandra Yusuf. Can you please share your opinion about our joint meeting tonight?
It's great. I think this is a good idea for every club to have a joint meeting. Why? Because we learn from each other. We don't only learn from our members, but we learn from other members. By having this kind of joint club, we learn from each other. We learn from Philippines, the Toastmaster Melanie. We learn from Veronica. We learn from distinguished Toastmaster Atma. So we learn from everyone. This is a great idea. We must have this kind of meeting every other month, maybe once a month or once in 3 months. I suggested it to all of the clubs in our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your opinion, distinguished Toastmaster Chandra Yusuf. And we are also learning a lot from you, distinguished Toastmaster Chandra Yusuf.
Thank you, I'm happy there.
Yes, of course. And is there any visiting Toastmasters who would like to share some announcement about your meeting schedule? Maybe any visiting Toastmaster who would like to share?
Okay, may I share our meeting schedule, Metropolitan Toastmaster Club? But I'm sorry, I cannot open the camera because I'm not in good condition. So can we welcome guys to join in our regular meeting, Metropolitan Toastmaster, on Tuesday this week. So hope to see you on our virtual meeting. And nice to meet you. Oh, thank you, because it was my first time to join your meeting. Nice.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wiwit. And if you would like to know more about Metropolitan Toastmaster Club, you can also follow their Instagram, I think, at Mats Toastmaster. Yeah, you can also type in Metropolitan Toastmaster Club and you will find Mats Instagram if you would like to know more about Mats and their meeting. And is there any other visiting Toastmaster who would like to share some announcement?
Me? Can I?
Sure.
Hello everyone, back again with me, Toastmaster Ilios. Empire will have meeting every the first and the third of Tuesday at 7 p.m. Last time we collected 70. Yes, you heard it right. Audience from all around the world. I invited from my friend 5 continents. So if you want to come to Empire, you will be visited by 5 continents person. Be there at VR Business Club meeting. Back to you, Calvin.
Thank you, Emperor Eleos. And I think it is also on Tuesday, yeah, Empire Toastmasters Club, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, is it correct on Tuesday? Yes, I think. Yeah, I got first and third Tuesday of the month. Okay. Is there anybody else? Any other visiting Toastmaster who would like to share some invitation? Okay. If no, then I will close the meeting with the sound of my phone. I will close this meeting. That's the sound. Have a good weekend,
What an
everybody.
expensive gamble.
Have a good weekend.
Good weekend,
Thank
guys.
you.
Hey.
Nice weekend, Paul.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank you,
weekend.
Earthlings.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Atma, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Huntsman.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Huntsman.
Thank you, SCBD.
Right?
Thank you.
Conrad.
Yeah,
Melanie.
bye-bye, Pak Yusuf. Bye.
Hello, Pa Yusuf.
Oh, Melanie is the host today.
I am the host. Sorry. Of the what?
Of the what?
It's so cool.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that Huntsman will hold the meeting next week, yeah, on Saturday, yeah.
Saturday, yes.
On Saturday,
Okay, yes.
at what time? Toastmaster Hendra?
Actually, at 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
3:30 p.m. Yeah.
3:30 p.m. Jakarta time. 3:30
Is it
p.m.
every
GMT
week?
plus 7.
Sorry. Is it every week?
Yes, every week.
Every week. Okay, so Huntsman every week on Saturday. Okay.
And how about Wednesday meeting? So it's like only for member, yeah?
Oh no. Actually, we just not having the Wednesday meeting because of only this is at the lunch time and only around an hour. So sometimes our member that work from office cannot join. So on this current situation in online meeting, so we prefer to not have the Wednesday meeting. So we only end Saturday now. Yes.
Productive weekend. I like that.
Yeah.
Productive weekend.
Productive weekend.
Salutations.
I guess several weeks ago, I got invitation by distinguished Toastmaster Atma to join Wednesday meeting.
Yes. So starting from this, I think from this September, we only have one Saturday per week.
Oh, great!
Oh, I think I visited Huntsman once. If I'm not mistaken.
Me also, only one. Sorry, I really want to come to your club.
So
again.
please come and join our next Saturday, but not this week. Next week, I think.
We shall bring an army of people.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yay,
Thank you, El. Thank you for joining. Okay.
May I know whose Zoom account is this?
Yeah, like is it like your apa ya?
This is Huntsman's account.
Yeah, this is Huntsman account, but I am already the host of the account.
Okay, host.
No, is this I'm my question is are you going to use it later today?
No.
Tonight?
No.
So we can stay a little longer, Toastmaster and
Yes.
Woo, because we're gonna sing.
Yes.
It's karaoke na.
Go.
So
Who's Zoom?
Earthlings are so weird.
Is it Huntsman? Not.
Pardon?
Is it Huntsman?
Huntsman.
Yes, this is Huntsman account.
I'm not sure because our secretary that provided.
Oh, okay. Then
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Wait, it's still recording. Sorry, I'm still dancing. Stop.
Stop recording.